You ever do something and just immediately regret it? That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm going to do a long overdue pickups video. I think it's been about a year since my last one, which is absolutely insane. And I wanted to cover basically everything probably I bought in that last year. Not everything is in this stack, quite a bit of it. Definitely not everything, but most of it. And I kept pushing this back, like, oh, I'll do one, I'll do it, I'll get to it later, and then the stack just kept getting higher and higher. And then I'm like, oh, I want to do a pickups video, but my OCD tells me, oh, I need to include everything. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to start fresh. That way, going forward, every couple months, I can do another one and stay on top of it. So, yeah, guys, let's get into it and do some pickups. Most of this is going to be all metal, hard rock, prog, that type of stuff. I think 99% of it is going to be. I've got cassettes, I've got CDs, and, of course, I've got some vinyl to go over as well. So let's do it. Let's start with cassettes. Some of this stuff I don't even remember where I picked it up from. Some of it I do. Most of it's probably Zia or a Zia in town. Some of it would be in Groove. Some of it I know was in Vegas from a couple Vegas trips, and including the most recent Vegas trip from last week. So yeah, let's do cassettes first. Def Leppard's Hysteria. Pretty clean copy on cassette. Didn't own it on cassette. I do enjoy me some Hysteria. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Def Leppard's Adrenalize. Not a great record, but this was like $1. So I figured I added it into the cassette collection. A lot of this stuff coming up I bought all at once. A lot of this thrash stuff. So Metallica's Garage Days Revisited. Pretty clean copy of that. Judas Priest's Ram It Down. Not a great record, but Blood Red Skies is honestly one of my favorite Priest songs, and that's on here. So definitely wanted to add that in the cassette collection. There we go. Some Pyromania, another great record. These two were definitely bought together. Wasps, The Last Command, and then Wasp Live in the Raw. How live is this? I don't know. It's 87, so I'm assuming they were still playing live. Not like today's Wasp. Suicidal Tendencies, Join the Army. Love that album cover. Got some Kansas, the best of. Grew up on this album. Absolutely love it. The CD is like burned into my memory. Really great album. Badlands with their self-titled debut. I was listening to this the other night, and I'm like, this is just such an underrated, great album. Ray Gillen absolutely nails the vocals, and then Jake Ely on guitar. What a great guitar player. My favorite Ozzy guitarist. This is a great record, and it is notoriously out of print, so kind of hard to find copies of even the cassette. Definitely the LP and the CD, but the cassette's even hard to come by sometimes in the wild. Picked these up in Vegas. Rush Chronicles. I picked up Badlands up in Vegas too at one of the Zias. Rush Chronicles. Nice greatest hits collection. So I had to add that to the Rush collection, even though I already have all those songs. But that's the joy of collecting, owning things in multiple formats that you already owned before. That's half the fun, kids. That is half the fun of collecting. All right, that's it for cassettes. Let's get into CDs. Typo Negative. Blood Melting Extremity. This is a bootleg of some live stuff. Looks like it's definitely like early 90s, like 93, 94, because there's Bloody Kisses stuff on here. Sounds pretty good. I did spin this a couple times, and sounds pretty good. I'll pretty much pick up anything Typo that I see, even bootlegs and stuff. More boots. The Rush box. These are pretty nice. Distributed by Laser Media. Licensed from Big H Music. These are all radio broadcast recordings. I have a few of these. I got a Rush one. I've got a Van Halen one. I've got a Sabbath one. And this covers a wide gamut of stuff, as you can see on the back. This is screwed up because they misprinted this. This is actually a Chili Peppers set. It's Rush on the CD, but it's just the box that's printed incorrectly, or the case. So yeah, you got 75, 78, 278 shows, 89, and 297 shows. So kind of running the gamut there. It's pretty cool, and they sound pretty decent, especially like the 90s ones. Got some Anthrax, Persistence of Time. I'm working on a video doing some Big Four rankings. So State of Euphoria. These are all just modern reissues, not originals or even close to it. Among the Living. This was actually the Japanese version. They had this on Amazon. So I'm like, okay, I'll pick that up. So yeah, Japanese version of Among the Living. And then the Spreading the Disease, the 30th anniversary deluxe set. Not a huge Anthrax fan, but I love those classic albums. Those are my albums. 2025 release that's really good. Hooded Menace. Lachrymose Moments of Obscuration. Say that 10 times fast. Really, really solid death metal meets Merciful Fate, meets horror movies and lyrics. Really, really good shit from Hooded Menace. They're awesome. Yeah, I missed out on this one, and it would have been on my top 10 of 2025, but I've spun that a shit ton. Goblin. Picked up some Goblin. So some Prog horror related stuff. I was kind of disappointed with this though, because I bought it thinking this is Goblin, the Ultimate Anthology, and I bought this thinking it was a greatest hits package, and it is, but it's all re-records. So I was kind of disappointed in that, but it is what it is. It wasn't too expensive. This is a good set. Bloodbath. The Wacken Carnage, so live set from Wacken, 2005. Can't believe it was that long ago. Swedish death metal. Yeah, their whole Wacken set, Bloodbath. Death metal supergroup. Really good stuff. And this comes with the CD and the DVD of the set as well. You can watch the live set on YouTube also. In Mourning, The Immortal, another 2025 release. Really good Megadeth. I want to say they're Swedish as well. Definitely Scandinavian. I think they're Swedish. It definitely has that Swedish Megadeth sound. Kind of proggy in a way though. Really good record. In Mourning the Immortal. Check it out if you're into Megadeth. Another really good Megadeth record from 2025. Omnium Gatherum. What a name. This is May the Bridges We Burn Light the Way. This is a really good record. I've spun this a ton. And I'm almost positive these guys are also Swedish Megadeth as well. So, yeah, check this out if you're into Megadeth stuff. Good records from last year. Another good one from last year. Basically, when everybody was doing their end of the year lists, I was picking stuff off like, oh, I want to check this out. And I was streaming a lot, and anything I streamed that sounded good to my ears, I bought. So Gall's Weird with Braiding the Stories. I think this is like the second or third album under this. Gall, former frontman of Gorgoroth, black metal band. This is black metal-esque, but way more experimental. It's really good. But yeah, if you're not into Gorgoroth, like, this is way different than that, so you might dig this. Pretty good. Eluvity with Anv, a band that kind of was missing for a long time. This is their 2025 release. Really enjoyed this one. Kind of folk, pagan-inspired, power metal-esque stuff. Really good, though. Picked this up, an original copy of this record. I was super happy to find it at one of the local Zias. And this is Sentenced with a Muck. Really clean copy of this. Old Centrum Media pressing. Yeah, I was super stoked to grab that. Trying to grab more like original pressing stuff and bands that I want to get into. And Sentenced is definitely one of those bands that I've dabbled in and tried and just fell off, and I saw that there and it wasn't expensive, and I'm like, I gotta grab that. Also grab this there too, Nightwish Century Child, This is an O2. This is Spine Farm and Century Media. I'm pretty sure this is from O2 or right around that time. What a great record this is. Symphonic power metal. I did a top 10 list of albums that were turning 10 years old. So from 2016, I needed to add this to the collection. Megadeth's Dystopia. Really great record. Probably the last great Megadeth record, most people say. And I tend to agree with it. Love that one. Thorns. This is a Norwegian kind of black metal project by Snore Roche. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. This is very much like electronic, though. Really, really cool. If you like electronic music, if you like industrial, if you like black metal, you'd probably dig this. And this was at one of the Zias. This is really cool. It's one of those, one of those old deluxe jewel cases that they were trying to do for a while. But yeah, I was happy to find that one. An 06 record, I just did a video on 2006 and albums that were turning 20 years old. My top 20 favorite from that year, so you can check that out. Killswitch Engage, As Daylight Dies, the band's fourth record, if I remember right. New England metalcore, great album. All right, let's keep the CDs rolling. We're pumping through. We're making good time. I'm happy with myself. Another 2025 release that I listened to, and the first time I listened to it, I'm like, I don't like this, and kept listening to it, and I'm like, it's growing on me. So I did pick up a physical. This is Fairyland, The Story Remains. It definitely just kind of straight up power metal. I can't remember where these guys are from. France? Italy? I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, I dig this. The vocals are a little... You gotta get used to them. I'm not going to lie. I wish the vocalist was a little bit stronger. But really good record. And it rips. Like the drums on that record are really impressive. Catatonia, The Great Cold Distance, another record from 2006. I didn't put it in my list of top 20 records, but really good. As far as like this era of Catatonia goes, I do enjoy this record. Some of the stuff gets a little samey, especially their new albums. Like I'll listen to them once and I'm out. 06 record that I wanted to add, Moon Sorrow. What's this one? You Malton Ica? I can't pronounce that. But really good pagan, blackened folk metal. Yeah, Moon Sorrow is excellent. Hopefully we get another Moon Sorrow. And this isn't 2016. This is one of the 10-year ago albums. Another 2016 one, Sodom with Decision Day. Just classic, good Sodom. This one I was super stoked to find. I found this at a Book Off here in town. Book Off is a Japanese chain of stuff, and they're starting to release, or they're starting to open different stores in North America, and we have one here in town. So wife and I checked it out, and I was looking through the CDs and found this. Moving Pictures Rush, the original master recording, Mo-Fi Gold Disc. And this I paid up for, but it wasn't what was on Discogs, so I got a decent deal on it. But yeah, paid up for it, but one of the greatest records ever released, so I was happy to do it. Just happy to find that too. It was just kind of stuffed in with all the other Rush CDs, and they didn't have it locked up. Usually, like that type of stuff, places will have them locked in cases, and they did not for that one. I got this at Goodwill, just classic Queen, the greatest hits. Had the red and the blue one as a kid, so figured I'd pick this up. I'm not a huge Queen fan, but the other one I picked up, not a huge Aerosmith fan, but I like the songs, and I dig this record, Permanent Vacation. So I picked that up. It was like $1 at Goodwill. Another good one that's kind of hard to listen to because this is not a greatest hits band. Like when you listen to this band, you just want to listen to the entire records. But Echoes, the Pink Floyd greatest hits. I remember when this came out, man. It was getting constant commercials on MTV and VH1. You'd see the ads for it constantly. Super excited to find this. I never had this back in the day. I had the Very Beast of Dio, but this is cool. Stand Up and Shout, the Dio anthology, and you get basically everything on here. You get Elf, You get Rainbow, you get Sabbath, and then you get a whole disc of Dio tunes. So was super excited to find this at Isaiah. Add that to the collection. Two probably the newest pickups in here. I just picked these up last weekend in Vegas when wife and I went and saw Halloween in Vegas. Great show. We hit up some of the local record stores. Found this, Live After Death. I have a copy of this. I have an original U.S. copy of this, and I have an original U.S. pressing on vinyl as well. But this is the Made in Japan, and it's the Made in Japan, but it's specifically for the North American markets. So a little bit better CD, a little bit better quality, obviously, over there in Japan. They had better pressing plants. And yeah, it's not the Japanese version, not the Japanese booklet with the OB and stuff, which would be cool, really cool to find. But it is the Made in Japan disc. So that is very cool. Got this at the same time, a real live one with the hype sticker, really cool hype sticker on that. So adding to the Maiden live sets. I've actually never owned that one in all my years of being a Maiden collector. So it's really cool to find that. One of the best records of 06, probably my favorite record of 06, and you can check out that video. It's up on the channel. Celtic Frost, Monotheist. Needed to add it back into the collection after doing that video. And another great 2006 record, Summoning, Oathbound. Really great atmospheric black metal. One of the best bands to ever do that style of music. Alrighty, that is... Oh, nope, there's more CDs. Let's do this one really quick. DVD, Russian Rio. What a great set this is. Needed to own it. I owned this on vinyl, but I wanted to own the DVD set too. So, really cool. Used to watch that a ton as a kid. Not my favorite Rush release, but Rush's Feedback. Picked it up on CD. The Covers album. Summertime Blues. They do a lot of cool songs on here. The Seeker, Crossroads. They do a lot of cool stuff. But just, with Rush, I want to hear original stuff. Speaking of Rush, my favorite record by them, Rush Signals, the Mo-Fi release. Picked this up at Zia. They did not know what they had. It was just in the regular CDs. Marked it for like $10, right? Like $8, whatever a copy, whatever the regular price is for a used copy of Signals. They did not price this as the Mo-Fi, and this is actually a punch out too, which is crazy. But yeah, was super stoked to add that into the collection. Queensryche's Tribe. What's this from 03? This record is not. That's strictly a collection purchase, just because I'm a massive Queensryche fanboy. So that's a completist collector scum type thing. Fear Factory's Archetype, 04 record. This is after Dino left the band and it was Burton and the guys. And this is a really ripping record. I absolutely adore this record. This is the it's the single one CD set, but you come with the DVD with the making of the album and stuff. This is a really good record, like I said. One of my favorite all-time Fear Factory records, and this is notoriously out of print. This label, I think Liquid 8 Records, they no longer exist. This stuff isn't even on streaming. This and the record that followed this, Transgression, are nowhere to be found. So I ended up having to get that on Discogs, but I wanted to add it back into the collection because I absolutely love that record. My favorite record from last year, Halloween, Giants and Monsters. What a great album. Got the CD there. Another really good record from 2025. That would have made my list if I was keeping up better in 2025. And if I redid my list, it would definitely be on there. That and Hooded Menace. Coroner with their long-awaited comeback, Dissonance Theory. This is really cool. And this is the Digibook release. So there goes the hype sticker. But you got the main album, and then you get Death Cult, which is a demo from 1986. So early stuff by the band. Got the booklet in there. Really great record. Absolutely heavy, crushing, rips, great thrash. Yeah, what a comeback. What a comeback. There was a comment in the most recent Heavy Metallurgy stream, and it was what band? They were talking about Metallica and 72 Seasons. Somebody brought that up. And somebody said, like, yeah, modern Metallica is what it is. And somebody said, like, what band after 10 plus years of forming is still releasing good records or anything that holds a candle to their classics? Coroner. Halloween. Like, those are two of some of the best albums in the band's entire catalogs. So, yeah. Well, at the time, Celtic Frost, Monotheist, obviously it's much older than 10 years, but it had been 10 years past since Celtic Frost was a band when that came out. So, yeah. Anyways, there's plenty of answers to that question. I didn't want to get into it in the chat, obviously, with them, but anyways, let's move on. Death SS, this is Black Mass. This is a reissue. I think this is their 89 album. This is a reissue from 2017. Really cool band. Like, if you're into, like, Merciful Fates or even Ghost, like, they don't sound like Ghost. But the visuals, that type of stuff, like, you can tell Ghost takes a lot from this band. And really cool. Not super heavy, but super, like, BOC, Merciful Fate, King Diamond type of stuff. Really cool theatrics. Yeah, this is a good record. Another 2025 release. This did make my top 10, I believe. Primal Fear with Domination. This is a really good record. Primal Fear kind of gets samey to me, but I was super happy with that record. Spun it quite a bit. 2025 release that did make my top 10. Sodom with The Arsonist. Again, you can always just count on Sodom to drop good records every couple of years. Really good black metal from last year. This is Helheim, and this is a split with the two members of the band. They each did basically a side, and it's pretty cool. Really good black metal there, and I'm pretty sure they are Norwegian, if I remember right. You can correct me. Glenn Hughes with his 2025 release, Chosen. Really good, really kind of soulful, bluesy rock, hard rock. Glenn Hughes still sounds amazing, so had to add that. We'll always support him. A really good thrash from last year. Species with this is Changelings. Really good thrash. I saw this on a ton of people's end of the year lists, and I had to pick that one up. If you like Voivod, really kind of technical thrash, proggy thrash, that's for you. Sister, really cool band that I found on, I don't know if it was somebody's list or it was just like a list. I think it was Wikipedia, like list of hard rock and metal albums that came out. And I was like, what's this? Checked it out and I started streaming. And I'm like, really like this. Kind of like glammy hard rock in like the early Motley Crue vein, I should say. I think they're Swedish. Yeah, just really good heavy metal hard rock. Really cool album. This is The Way We Fall. That's the name of the record. Another 2025 release. This is Sinsanum, a super group. This has Joey Jordison from Slipknot on drums, if I remember right, and Attila from Mayhem on vocals. And I think they have one other vocalist, or they've changed vocalists before. I never knew this even band existed until I was looking at end of the year lists. And this is In Devastation. Really solid, just good extreme metal, not kind of blackened death metal, just a really good record. Super solid. So check this out if any of those guys interest you. Frederick Leclerc from formerly of Dragon Force, also in Creator right now. Attila on vocals. This has Andre Joyzy on drums. I'm pretty sure Joey Jordison was in this band too at one point, but maybe not anymore. I could be wrong on that. It's all a blur. Droot, if I'm pronouncing that right. Never know how to pronounce it. Ukrainian black metal band. Really good record. This is, and it's a Shadow Play. I'm not going to try to pronounce assuming that's Ukrainian. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. But yeah, really good black metal record from last year. Love that Inner Art too. Really cool. Not a typical black metal album cover and artwork. All right, that's it for CDs, guys. We did cassettes, and now all we got to do is records, vinyl, box sets. Yay, making good time. Okay, really quick, going back to that Sinsanum record, because I was like driving myself insane. Joey was in this band. Joey's not alive anymore. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, R.I.P. Joey. But yeah, that's why he's not in the band anymore. But he was at one point. So yeah, that was bugging me. I knew I was correct in some way, but I totally forgot that Joey isn't alive anymore, sadly. So yeah, there we go. Alrighty, guys, let's get into the vinyl. So this first one I'll show off, and then there's a few other ones that I'll show off, and I'll mention. I don't know where they are in this stack that I bought all together at Ingroove, and there was a just mountain of really good original pressing metal from the late 80s, early 90s, which is super just insane to find, and I had to be very mindful of what I was spending that day. But I did pick up a few things, and this was one of them. Sanctuary's Into the Mirror Black. Great album, and this is a punch out, and it is absolutely just minty. So was super stoked to find that. And like I said, there was a few other things that I found. There was an entire collection there that was turned in that was just super mint. And like I said, late 80s, early 90s hard rock and metal. Super hard to find, obviously, and super hard to find clean. And yeah, there was a ton of stuff there. And I picked out 3 things. That was one of them. Next up, a this is 2016, right? Yeah, 2016 release that I put in the 2016 video you can watch. Gojira's Magma, really good record. Yeah, and you can look at that video I did 10 years ago. The album's turning 10. So yeah, I think I picked 10 albums, and Magma was one of them. Gotta have Halloween in here. Better Than Raw, the reissue, long-awaited reissue on vinyl. One of the best Halloween album covers ever done. And they just stopped. Like after this, they just stopped. Until the recent releases, they just stopped doing good album covers. They went right back into like the bad digital stuff of the early 2000s. But yeah, Better Than Raw, 1998. This is the album, 2 LP set, turquoise color vinyl. I believe you get the bonus tracks on here. Yeah, you get Back on the Ground and Midnight Sun. So that is very cool. You do get the bonus tracks with it. So yeah, I'm glad a lot of this Halloween stuff is seeing reissues. Some of it was long out of print. This record especially. I think there was label problems with this album back in the day. I don't think the label that they were on exists anymore. So yeah, really good. Happy to pick that one up. Let's keep it moving. Another. This is a 2026 release. I was trying to keep up on these. Really enjoyed this one, black metal release. Winter. How do you pronounce their name? Winter Phylith. I'm probably butchering that. And this is the Unyielding Season. So yeah, check this out. Really good black metal from this year. Really enjoying that one. Another really good black metal record from this year. Classic band, still doing good things. Mayhem's Liturgy of Death. I love that album cover too. Absolutely sick. So yeah, I'm very happy with a lot of the modern Mayhem stuff. They're still pumping out good albums, especially with Attila and Necro Butcher and Hellhammer. Like you have that core group, like kind of grounding it to the early days. I'm all for it, man. Keep releasing good albums. Behemoth Demigod. Picked this reissue up on Coke Bottle Green vinyl. Really, really classic record. I grew up on this one, so had to add it back into the collection. Slowly but surely kind of recompleting a lot of the Behemoth stuff. I had the entire catalog back in the day before I sold my previous collection, and I'm slowly starting to amass the whole catalog again. One of the best records from 2016. This was definitely on my 2016 video. Vector's Terminal Redux. Speaking of proggy technical thrash, the masters of that back in the day. Hope we eventually get a new record. That would be very nice. Anthrax's For All Kings, the last Anthrax record for whatever reason. They've just wasted 10 years. Really good record. But yeah, I wish we would get a follow-up. That was in my 2016 as well video. Grave Shadow, Nocturnal Resurrection. Picked this up basically just on the album cover. I saw it in the record store, and then I started listening to it on Spotify in the store, and was like, yeah, this is really good. I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna buy this, and yeah, really cool. I can't remember where they're from. It's definitely power metal, kind of symphonic, but heavy on the heavier side. Really good record. Check it out. My brother Josh picked this up for me. Really clean copy of Journey's Captured. I have a U.S. pressing, but this is a Japanese pressing with the Obi. That is absolutely mint. I spun this a week or two ago with my daughter, and yeah, sounds absolutely great. Gotta love that Obi in there too. It's a great era of the band. It's obviously before Jonathan Cain came in, but I love the Jonathan Cain stuff too. But yeah, this is a really cool set, and it's cool to have the Japanese pressing with the Obi, and it's got all the Japanese inners as well. Vegas pickup, the Rocky IV soundtrack, absolutely mint and gorgeous. Some of the best gym jams you will ever have. You can just put this whole soundtrack on, and yeah, your workout will go much better. Another Vegas pickup, Nightwish's Endless Forms, Most Beautiful. This is from 2015. Holy shit, dude. Absolutely love this record. The first album with Floor Jansen on vocals. Wife and I saw them on this tour. Just a great album. Great album. Probably the last great Nightwish album. I enjoyed the previous one from a few years ago. The one after this, I really didn't care for. Didn't listen to it that much. This record, though, I've spun a ton. I adore it. And they were great on this tour, too. So a lot of core memories with this one. Other Vegas pickup, Lordy's Deadache. This was the follow-up to the Apocalypse. The Apocalypse is a better record, but it's Lordy. Like, you're getting what you're getting. This is the music on vinyl version out of 666 copies. And I've got, 557 there? So it'd be really cool to have 666, obviously. But yeah, really good record. It's Lordy, man. It's hard rock, Kiss inspired, Accept inspired, Scorpions inspired, that era of 70s, 80s hard rock. That's Lordy, man. And they usually kill it on every album because they're not trying to rewrite the rule book here. And I really love this one when it came out. This is the music on vinyl version. I picked this up used for like $20, which is super cool because that was like $50 when it came out. So that was a win. Another Vegas pickup, the Trick or Treat soundtrack by Fastway. This is an original pressing that is absolutely mint and gorgeous. When I saw this, I had to pick it up because I never see the OG at all. I think I maybe have a handful of times and it's been thrashed. So to find this original pressing super clean, had to have it. And yeah, there was a lot of good stuff at the Vegas record stores, and that was one of them. The newest at the gates, which was The Ghost of a Future Dead. Really good record. Obviously bittersweet with Tomas's passing. But yeah, this is a good record, man. And what a record to go out on if the band is done, which I imagine they probably are. Yeah, really solid release. And will definitely probably be in my top 10 of 2026. All right, a 2006 album here. So you can check out that video. Blind Guardians, A Twist in the Myth. German power metal. Absolutely love it. Great record. Don't like the production, but I love the record. More Balls to Picasso, the reissue from Bruce. Picked this up a while ago. That's how long this stack has been building. But yeah, really good reissue. He did some remixes on some stuff. And yeah, sounds great. Happy to have it. Really good record. Obviously, this has Tears of a Dragon on there. That's the big song. Gods of War is a really good song, though. Cyclops. He played Laughing in the Hiding Bush. He played a bunch of this live when we saw him. Was it last year? 2 years ago? Jeez. On the solo tour. Picked this up for like $10. This is the music on vinyl reissue of Zentrax's Shattered Existence. So some UK thrash metal. UK not exactly known for their thrash, but yeah, this is a really good record. And for like $10 used, that's like brand new, had to have it. Phenomena with Dream Runner. This record is really really good. I can't remember. This is like their third album, and then the first record has like Glenn Hughes and stuff on there, and that's kind of what got me into it. I can't remember who's on this one. I think Ray Gillen was also in. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of Badlands. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, this is a solid record. I think the first record is probably their best, but definitely an underrated band that nobody really talks about at all. And the album covers got me at first. I thought this was related to Argento, like when I saw the first record, the Dario Argento movie, but it's not. It's just really good, kind of hard rock, proggy. Yeah, hard rock. Really good. Really clean copy of Pink Floyd's Animals. So pick that up. Not a huge Floyd fan, but when I find clean Floyd, I pick it up. Definitely not a huge early Floyd fan, but this is like brand new looking in the cellophane. I think this is like a later 70s press. It's on Capitol. And yeah, Stars Are Full of Secrets. So I saw these together and they were like brand new. So I'm like, yeah, I'll add them into the collection. What the heck? Giants and Monsters, Halloween, showed the CD, got to show the LP. My favorite record from 2025. Gorgeous album cover. I'm glad they got back to doing cool album covers. Like, that was it's a big deal. It matters. It definitely matters. So, yeah, I'm glad that they got back to it because the album covers they did for a long time were freaking awful. All right, one of the best releases from last year. The Midnights Syndicate, synthwave band out of LA, Georgia and LA, Atlanta and LA. Really, really, really fun band. If you like synthwave stuff, they're probably one of the biggest bands in the scene. Really, really good release from last year. It made my top 10 list. You can check that out. It's up on the channel. Rush Through Time. This is a German pressing that I saw on the Blue Mercury label. And I had to pick it up. I obviously own all these songs, but pretty much a sucker for anything Rush that I don't have. And I saw this, and this is a comp of the first... It's the first 3 records, if I remember right. It's up to Crest of Steel. Yeah, because Bastille Day's on here. I'm pretty sure it's the first 3 records. So pre-2112 stuff. AC/DC's Fly on the Wall in cellophane. I freaking love this record, man. There's such good songs on here. Shake Your Foundation, Sink the Pink. Oof, what a good record. I love the videos too for this. I know some people don't like this record, but I absolutely adore it. What a good record. One of the best pickups I've had in a long time. An original US pressing of Dio's Lock Up the Wolves in cellophane. Was absolutely stoked to find this, and not for a crazy price either. This is like brand new looking. And this just got a reissue. But I'm obviously happy to have the original. Picked this up at the same time. I usually don't pick up singles or 12-inch singles, but had to have this one, Dio's Holy Diver, on Vertigo, and it is absolutely gorgeous. There was like a whole Dio collection turned in, and I picked up this as well. Dio's Intermission in cellophane with hype sticker. It's absolutely gorgeous on the Warner label. What a collection that was turned in. Yeah, it was just like a bunch of Dio stuff. In Flames, Clayman. I'm keeping up with all the In Flames reissues. I got to get the Jester Race. That just dropped like a few months ago, if I remember right. But yeah, Clayman. And then kind of completing the Typo Negative vinyl collection is Typo's The Least Worst Of. Obviously, I own all these songs. It's cool to have some of these, though, like the different versions of them. So that is fun. You get the different mixes. And, yeah, I had to have this when they reissued it, of course. Already almost done, I swear. Sacrifices Volume 6 from last year. Really good Canadian speed metal. This album rips. Really good record. Was stoked to find that, too, because I was looking for the CD, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then that was turned into the used band. So, more In Flames with Horacle. This is still sealed. I haven't even spun it. I've listened to this record a ton of times, though, obviously. Dialogue with the Stars, episode 666. The title track. Yotan. What a good record. What a good record. The edited album cover, unfortunately, but I'll take what I can get. Cancer, To the Gory End. What a great death metal release. Picked up the reissue. This was staring at me in the face for so long. And I'm like, finally, just like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. One of the most disappointing releases of the year so far. Megadeth. I don't even know why this album exists. It simply exists because, well, we're going on our final tours, allegedly. And we might as well release a record. That's this album. I've only listened to it twice. I need to give it a couple more spins. Maybe it'll grow on me. I doubt it. The Ride the Lightning cover is cringe at best. It's not awful. It just doesn't make any sense. To me, anyway. I understand Dave's justified it by like, I wrote this song and it's my song too, yada, yada, yada. But just comes off as petty. And the record kind of doesn't even necessitate its existence. The songs are not nearly as good as the songs that were on the previous record or like anything on Dystopia. Like it just sounds like a tired band. Dave sounds tired. So got kind of a bitter, sweet release. Definitely disappointing. And yeah, I'll give it another spin someday, but not anytime soon. Alice in Chains with the self-titled finally got a reissue. Super happy this got reissued. So basically done with Alice in Chains. We need The Devil Put Dinosaurs here. The second William Duvall record. We need that to get reissued on vinyl. But yeah, this is really good too. Super clean copy, super clean pressing. Sounds great. Flat LPs, no pops, nothing. Just a perfect release. One of the hype releases of this year, but to me it lives up to the hype. I know a lot of people are kind of in and out on this, but Worm with Necropalace. Look at that cover, man. Look at that album cover. Yeah, I know this was getting hyped, but I bought into the hype. Absolutely love it. Really good, symphonic, kind of Emperor-inspired, Dimmu Borgir-inspired black metal. I adore that shit. So, yeah, this is like freaking crack to me. So, yeah, I'll buy that one. So, yeah, was super stoked. I know nothing about this band, though, so I don't know if they've changed, and that's what kind of threw people off. I don't know. Fill me in. But, yeah, Worm, Necropalace. All right, we're in the home stretch, the last stack. Really good black metal from last year. Have a Chrono with To Vast Land. Picked up the LP. This is on like a clear vinyl. Yeah, really good. Really good black metal from last year. It was a good year for black metal. It usually is. There's a ton of black metal that comes out every year. So like you're just kind of shotgun blasting it out there. Like you're bound to find good stuff unless you just absolutely hate black metal. Or just absolutely a miserable prick. You're going to find something good usually. This is a great record, though. Lordi's newest album from last year, Limited Edition. Terrible album cover. Or great album cover, terrible album name. I love the fact that it's like a movie poster. Really cool. And yeah, this is a fun record. It's Lordi, man. They sound like Lordi. What can I say? Really hyped record from last year. Lived up to the hype. Ancient Deaths, Ego Dissolution. This album, absolutely love. Takes a lot for me to really get into newer death metal, but this is just kind of like my bread and butter death metal. Similar like that Worm record. This stuff is just like crack to me. Really great album cover too. Yeah, good band. Excited for what they're going to do in the future. Reissue that I picked up, Dream Theater's Systematic Chaos. Trying to keep up with the Dream Theater reissues. I've fallen behind. This is a really good record. A lot of memories with this record because my dad spun this record a lot on CDs. So yeah, super stoked to get that one. I'm glad a lot of those are getting reissues too because a lot of that crap was out of print for a long time. Nocturnus is The Key. What an absolutely stellar record. This is obviously a reissue. But love the album cover. Great sci-fi fueled death metal. Just fucking awesome. Alrighty, and these last two were with the Sanctuary that I picked up, the Into the Mirror Black. So Crimson Glory's Transcendence. This is another cutout. So these were all in one collection. Crimson Glory, U.S. power metal, kind of like Queensryche-ish, early Queensryche, really, really good. Man, what a sick album cover. And this thing is like mint. So to have that is awesome. And then finally to add this back in the collection, because they have not done a reissue of this, as far as I'm aware, for any anniversaries or anything, which I'm kind of shocked about. But Bruce's Tattooed Millionaire, this is like brand new, man. With the punch out. It's freaking gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, not my favorite Bruce solo record, but I'm shocked it hasn't gotten reissued. It's got to be his best selling. It's got to be. Just based on when it came out. What was it, 88, 89? From what I remember. 90, a little bit later. But yeah, it's got to be it's got to be his best selling based on when it was released. So I'm shocked they haven't done any anniversary sets or anything for this. They have for the other records. Showed off Balls to Picasso earlier, but not that one. Maybe he doesn't like it. I don't know. I don't hear him talk about it that much. Anyways, guys, that's it, man. If you made it this far, I would appreciate if you hit the like button, if you subscribed, if you commented down below, did all the fun YouTube stuff. I'm going to try to do these more often because this is a massive stack of shit now that I have to put back. And I've already been going through all my CDs and ripping them back into iTunes like the old days and getting them on my phone. And my daughter has been putting the CDs back, and she knows her alphabet really well, but she doesn't know alphabetical order yet. Like, oh, okay, this band starts with A, this stands B, Anthrax, then Black Sabbath, then C. So, yeah, she doesn't know those yet. I forgot the box sets. Damn it. All right, here we go. Let's do the box sets. All right, forget about all that crap. Let's go. Rush's, this box set. Rush's Grace Under Pressure set. Super happy with the set. I'm glad that it finally got released. We didn't know if this was even going to happen. You get the full live set in there. I think this comes with the Blu-ray. It comes with the CD. It comes with multiple LPs. And, you get the Terry Brown remix, which is super cool because that remix sounds way different than what was released. So that is really cool that it's out there. And it kind of necessitates this box set's existence. Sometimes they don't. The Signals box set really did not. But this does with the live set, with that remix. This is kind of a must-have for any Rush fans and anybody who loves Grace Under Pressure. So I'm excited. Are we going to get more? Are we going to get a Power Windows set? That would be sick. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. I hope they keep going. I love Power Windows. Do a Hold Your Fire set. Really piss people off. I would buy it. I would love it because I love that record. But Grace Under Pressure set. Oh, this big boy. Really cool. I don't really like Hugh's AI artwork, but it is what it is. A set that is cool, but I hate it at the same time. Halloween's March of Time. This is the best of. This is for the 40th anniversary. Love the cover. The only problem I have with this, I do not like the way that it opens. It opens like a pizza box, and it feels like every time you open it, the box is just going to disintegrate. But yeah, really good set. I mean, you got 40 years of great tunes, so they kind of pick something from every era, which is really cool. They don't really, from what I remember, that set that kind of, I think there's something from every album in there. I think. I could be wrong, but it's a really good, kind of runs the gamut. It's a good, if you want to get into the band, that's something to get for sure. The Cars, the Heartbeat City Deluxe release. I saw Brendan Snyder talk about this, and I didn't even know it existed. So you get the remastered LP, and then you get four, it's upside down, you get 4 CDs. So you get the live, Heartbeat City Live. I think that's in Texas. You get the bonus tracks, early mix. You get the original album, and then you get bonus tracks, B-sides, remixes, early versions, demos, and alternate versions. And then, like I said, you get it on LP as well. Really good set. Absolutely love this record. Probably my favorite Cars record. I don't know. It's either that or the debut. It's probably Heartbeat City. More Rush. More Rush. Let's talk about the albums 2002 to 2012. I bought the box set version of this. They got me. I could have just waited. Obviously, they were going to piece these out and release them individually, and I only needed 2 of these records, but they got me because I wanted the box. So it is what it is. Collector scum stuff. But finally to be Rush complete again, at least on vinyl, feels really good. So I'm happy with that one. Last, but certainly not least, probably my favorite release in here, the Heaven and Hell Breaking Out of Heaven 2007 to 2009 set. This is the LP set, so you get all the Heaven and Hell stuff. So you get the Vakken set, you get the Radio City Music Hall set, and then you get the Devil You Know. And all of these were way out of print on CD and vinyl. So very cool that this is coming back. I'm super happy that this era of the band, and let's be real, it's Black Sabbath. Let's call it what it is. This era of Sabbath hasn't gotten forgotten about. This is one of my favorite eras of the band. I saw the band multiple times during this era. I saw Ronnie's last show in Phoenix he ever performed. So I saw them on their very last tour before his passing. And yeah, that was one of the hardest passings of any like musician or actor or anybody in that realm on me ever. He still sounded so good, man. That show, seeing those shows will always hold a special place in my heart. It was an early show that my then girlfriend and now future current wife attended as well. So it will hold a near and dear place in my heart forever. And these records will always hold a place in my heart. So super stoked that they finally got re-released in this really nice box set. You get a nice booklet, you get a poster in there, really cool, and they treated it well. And I can't ask for more. Alrighty, guys, now we are done. Now we are definitely done. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you've been picking up. And anyways, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.